Hello, guys. If we talk about microscopes, it is a device that allows you to see even the tiniest objects that are invisible to the naked eye. But have you ever thought about how common things look when seen through a microscope? In today's video, I am going to tell you about some of the most unknown and fascinating things seen with a microscope. First, sand. One of the things I'll talk about is something found in almost everywhere. If we talk about pure sand, it is mostly seen on beaches. Usually it appears as white and orange colored particles, and we don't give it much thought. But if you look at sand under a microscope, it looks completely different. The video you are watching shows sand particles magnified under a microscope. At first glance, they appear like colorful crystals. As you can see in the video, they are so beautiful that it's hard to believe they are grains of sand. Sand, when magnified, reveals an entirely new and beautiful world. Coronavirus masks. We know that the coronavirus had hurt a lot of people, and because of this, everyone used masks. But do you know what a coronavirus patient's mask looks like under a microscope? You are watching this now. A coronavirus patient's mask was examined using a microscope. As you can see in the video, the mask was inspected under the microscope. Watching this scene feels like entering a completely different world. At first glance, the mask seemed completely normal, but when viewed under the microscope, it turned out to be filled with dirt. Not just that, but germs could also be clearly seen. This view was truly remarkable and worth watching. Orange juice. When talking about orange juice, it is a popular drink enjoyed worldwide. It is beneficial for health as it contains many vitamins. But have you ever wondered what orange juice looks like under a microscope? This video shows a drop of orange juice being examined under a microscope. At first glance, it looks like a painting. One cannot imagine that something as simple as orange juice can look so intricate under a microscope. Shark skin. Now, talking about shark skin, it feels rough to the touch. When touched, it feels like sandpaper. But when magnified under a microscope, you can see its unique patterns and designs. It resembles a complex structure, and no one can guess how strange human skin looks under a microscope. Chalk. Talk about chalk. It is one of the most common things globally. It is used not only on boards, but also in many other things. Chalk is generally white in color, but when viewed under a microscope, it looks entirely different. It appears as if some kind of intricate pattern or design has been carved on stone. Chalk is essentially made from marine animal remains, and its microscopic structure is strange yet fascinating. Mites. You must have seen tiny creatures called mites, commonly found on plants and animals. These are tiny creatures that can bite humans and often hide within them. Their size is so small that they are hard to see with the naked eye, but under a microscope, they look like tiny spiders. When magnified even more, their appearance becomes terrifying. Their front side has no head or eyes, and they look like creatures from another world. Observing them under a microscope can give you chills. Velcro. Friends, you must have seen the magic tape attached to your shoes. It is often called Velcro. This is not only used for shoes, but for many other things. But ever thought about how these strips stick to each other? Visibly, they appear as tiny plastic hooks. But when observed under a microscope, the actual mechanism behind their grip is revealed. Here, you can see how this magic tape looks under the microscope. In reality, the hooks are small loops where the upper part gets trapped, and in this way, the Velcro becomes tightly secured. The information about Velcro is fascinating and very insightful. Now, let's talk about something that is an important part of our daily lives. No meal feels complete without it. Salt. Salt is essentially made up of sodium chloride and is generally white in color. But have you ever seen blue-colored salt? This video shows blue-colored crystals that look like jewels. But surprisingly, this is pure salt. The blue appearance is because the salt is magnified under a microscope. When viewed under a microscope, the salt crystals appear blue. It's truly unbelievable. Snowflakes, talking about snowflakes, they are white in color and fall from the sky. To the human eye, they look like small particles. But if you examine them under a microscope, you will discover how complex and detailed they are. This video shows snowflakes magnified under a microscope. Each snowflake has a unique structure, ranging from round to flat and even hexagonal shapes. They are also present in different forms in nature. We cannot even imagine how intricate snowflakes can be. Truly unbelievable. Peacock feathers. At first glance, this video seems to show something colorful and beautiful, like crops ready to be harvested. But you will be surprised to know that this isn't a crop, it's a peacock feather. This may sound strange, but it is true. In an experiment conducted in America, a peacock feather was placed under a microscope. The feather was so coated and intricate that it amazed everyone. When magnified, the feather reveals more colors and details. The structure of a peacock feather is mysterious and stunning. Tapeworm. You might already know about tapeworm. They are parasites commonly found on animals and can also attach to humans. In this video, you can see how students observed ticks under a microscope. When magnified, ticks appear like a strange and terrifying creature. Their structure looks crisp and detailed under the microscope. Digger wasp. Normally, every creator has 2 eyes only, but have you ever seen 5-eyed animal? It sounds strange. How an animal can have 5 eyes? But you will be surprised to know that in this world, there is an animal which has 5 eyes. The animal is digger wasp. He lives under the earth by digging tiny holes. To a naked eye, it seems 2-eyed animal. But if seen under a microscope, unlike many insects, these wasps possess 5 distinct eyes. They have 2 large compound eyes on the sides of their head, which give them a wide field of vision. Along with that, they have 3 smaller, simple eyes positioned in the middle between the compound eyes. The compound eyes provide excellent vision, allowing the wasp to spot its prey and navigate effectively. The simple eyes, on the other hand, help in detecting light and orientation. The combination of these eyes makes the digger wasp an exceptional predator. It's incredible how nature has designed such an efficient hunting mechanism. If you enjoyed this, there's a lot more where that came from. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. And if this video added value, show some love by hitting like. It really helps. See you in the next one.